Hello everybody, this is the thejonnymar, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy VI Advance. So my last episode, we arrived here at Nikeah. And actually exclusive to this version of the game, we find this character. And he claims to have been in the Returners. I don't remember him being around when we were hanging out with the Returners, but anyway, he talks about the exclusive espers to this version of the game, and I will be going over how to get all 4 of those as we advance, and much later. Nikeah hasn't changed much. It's not like Mobliz, where it's been basically torched by Kefka. And there's not much to do here except do a little bit of shopping, and try to jump on the ship so that we can head to another part of the world. So we do get a couple of new swords called enhancers. Those are some pretty awesome things to get. And for weaponry, that's about it. But for armor, I do want to get the diamond shield and also some diamond vests. And I did some equipping off of screen, selling off some of my items. And so that's why I didn't buy any just now. And to advance the storyline, we need to talk to these thieves, who actually were able to sneak out of Figaro Castle. Wow, they got pretty lucky. Gerard, huh? I guess you could pronounce that Jared, maybe. Okay, well, more power to all of you. Hopefully no one catches you. But they were talking about a new boss. I wonder who that is. Maybe we can find this Gerard character. Hey, it's Edgar. What's our problem? Maybe it's not Edgar. Maybe Edgar has a twin brother named Gerard. Come on, Gerard. Go about your business here. I'm not sure I believe you. Mainly because Gerard is just Edgar's name mixed up. I guess he might have lost his memory. No, shameless. It's him. I love his little surprise look. Well, I guess. But I think you're trying to give us the slip here, Edgar. We're gonna follow you. There has to be a reason he's pretending to be someone else. And we're gonna find out why. So let's see if we can sneak onto this boat. Yup. Metal Gear Solid, this isn't. Now, the interesting thing about this boat ride is if you actually take this ferry back from South Figaro to Nikeah, you will get into a fight with one of the new optional espers. And once I'm strong enough to actually beat that esper, we'll do that. And that's actually how you acquire Mog's water rondo, too, in the second half of the game. These guys are pretty dim if they didn't see us hiding right there. That's pretty silly. Now, all of those items I picked up in the first half of the game, this is the point at which you can pick them up if you left them all, and they will have improved to some better items like elixirs and high ethers and things like that. I didn't feel like doing that, but if you did, doesn't get any rest. Huh. Are you a waitress or a prostitute, lady? I'm gonna guess a waitress. Little girl. Wonder if he's talking about Realm. No, wait, there was a little girl, remember? That was in this bar earlier in the game that ran out when we caught her. That's probably who he was talking about. On your way to help. Help who? So he's still giving us that line. Not admitting that he's actually Edgar. Move! Move. But, I don't know, viewers. I think it's him. What do you think? Now, there's some new weapons and armor in this town, too, so we'll head up to the weapons and armor shop. They cleaned up that guy's dialogue. He said something like, a thieves' life is worthwhile or something in this world, in the original. So stop looking at it. So you can get a new spear here, which is good for Edgar and also Mog once we get him. But the key item to get here is some diamond mails. Or armor now. So make sure to pick up at least one of those. Because as you probably figure, we'll be needing that diamond armor for Edgar, but until we get him, we'll equip it on Celeste. So that's it for South Figaro. Let us move on. And if you actually talk to... I'm gonna go heal. I did a quick stop to the inn. And here's our indicator about the new Esper. But if you talk to Duncan's wife, you find out that he's not actually dead. And that he's hidden somewhere in the world. And so basically she tells you he's north of Narshi. So we will eventually get up there and see if we can find him. Now, most of the enemies in this area can use confusion spells, so make sure you equip some relics that prevent that. And in general, Sabin's Fire Dance is enough to take most things out. And if there's anything left over, you can use Celeste to finish him off. Yeah, usually those neck hunters. Not too tough. So I'm going to spend a little time because I just realized I haven't actually equipped any of those relics. So make sure my party members are equipped and protected against confusion. So I will throw a ribbon on Celeste. And I don't remember the exact relic that protects against confusion. Is it an alert ring or something? Or peace ring. There we go. Okay. And up here, our good friend Siegfried is back. Now he says he's going to clear out all the monsters, but don't believe him. He's not going to. And just like South Figaro, now is the time where you can actually get all of the chests in this area as well. And they will have been improved from the first half of the game. So let us take out this armored rider first. A couple aura bolts should be good enough. There we go. And that's pretty much it for the enemies in this area. That's basically what you face over and over again, so I'll be zipping through those fights. But let's see what our improved items are. An X potion. I think that's a high potion in the first half of the game. And then we have to head over here to the east, and that's where our second chest is. That's a high other now, sweet. I think that's a tincture originally. And then the last one is up these stairs. And what awesome item are we going to get? Well, it's not awesome, but it's definitely worthwhile. and that is a hero ring. Now, you could get a thunder rod, which is somewhat useful in the first half of the game, but I prefer the relic, especially since later on we're going to be splitting our party into a bunch of different groups, and so I want as many awesome relics as possible. Aww. Sometimes I wish I had a pet turtle. Any of you viewers had a pet turtle before? Actually, one time I was driving with my grandmother, and we found a turtle that had been hit on the road. And I made her stop, and basically we got the turtle to the side of the road, and I wouldn't let her leave until we did it because I was just so upset that it had been hit by a car. I think it was okay, but I wouldn't let it stay in the middle of the road. My bleeding heart, I guess. And this is why all the chests are empty. Siegfried's been grabbing them all before we could get to them. That bastard. It's quite greedy. And here we are in Figaro. And so why is Figaro in trouble? Well, it got stuck underneath the desert. And basically they're running out of air. So all of these characters are gasping for air, as you can tell. And we are going to get attacked while we run through this bottom part of Figaro, the basement. Now in the original, they translated it to basically all of the Figaro citizens said it was terrible or something of the like, instead of insinuating that they were basically suffocating. Gravity rod, cool. Crystal nail, that's helpful. Not worth it on Celeste, but again, we're getting a new character soon. Very high encounter rate down here. So keep that in mind. Keep your characters well healed. And the most important item to get is actually up here, and that is the Regal Crown. This can be equipped by either Saber or Edgar. And very, very good for Saber, especially at this point in the game. We'll take the little bit of a penalty to our basic stats, like speed, for the extra defense and magic defense. Because Saban's equipment not the greatest at this point otherwise. Alright, so we're going to get into a boss battle. So make sure you outfit your party in a particular way. You're going to want to equip the Esper Golem and also the Esper Siren. Because this boss is going to use a lot of physical attacks. And let's switch them around so they're actually learning some spells off of them. So Golem will protect against those physical attacks, and then also it uses a lot of magic. And it can also slow your characters, so you want to equip the running shoes to protect against that. But those two Espers will protect you against basically most of the attacks this boss can throw your way. Not really sure what the boss is from this graphic. Because they're supposed to be tentacles. They look like leaves to me. Wow. How heroic of you, Gerard. Or Gerard, actually. Oh, I see. It's our fault. So, here we go. Tentacle Fights. And so each of them is weak to a different element. And like I said, using Siren, that silences all of them except one. Most of them except the one in the bottom left, I think, is susceptible to silence. So that should keep the rest of them from being able to cast magic spells. And now we're protected against their stun attack, as you see. So you want to try to take out the one in the bottom left as quickly as possible. It's not too strong, so it shouldn't take too much to do that. And this is a very interesting background here. If you remember the graphic, there was like all these little tiny leaf-like things, and here when we're actually in battle, it's much more overwhelming in terms of how much it's kind of covering up the engines. So, rinse and repeat here. The biggest danger is that if you don't have Golem up, these tentacles can actually grab your characters and start sucking life out of them. So you do want to defend against that if at all possible. But basically, as long as they're silenced and you have Golem up, they're not too much trouble. So just keep plowing away. That might actually be... Nope. Well, I'm guessing we're getting close. And I've always thought it was kind of cool, you know, earlier on we couldn't get down into the basement. They blocked it off with that guy. And, you know, that's kind of neat that games kind of fill in with hidden areas like that that you can access later in the game. Kind of aggravating in a sense because you kind of want to explore everything the first time, but it's cool to be able to go back and redo things. And there we go. Yeah, you're a big jerk, Edgar. Alright, we'll forgive you. I guess your whole kingdom was at stake here. You could have told us. And I really like his black outfit there. That's kind of spiffy. Yeah, you guys don't have much luck with bosses. The original line was, that monster didn't even look that tough. Yet they certainly took off as quickly as possible. They weren't hanging around and saying, no, no, boss, let us take it on for you. And now we get back Edgar. And the one item they left is in this statue here, and it's the Soul Saber. So I did some quick equipping there. Made sure I outfitted Edgar with some new stuff. Refit my party members, and we need to now head back to the surface. And as you can see, we still can get into random battles, so don't, you know, dink around too much and get killed off because we haven't been able to save yet for quite a while. But we're out now after one more battle. So make sure to talk to this guy. It is automatic. And he brings us back to the surface. And now we can continue on over to Colingen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal my party members by sleeping in the beds. And in my next episode, we'll continue on. So as always, thanks for watching, viewers. And I will see you all in my next episode where we're going to try to get another party member. So long.